The Birth of a Nation, Fire, Blood, and Freedom. August 1776. A new nation, barely declared, and already it was about to fall. Thousands of British soldiers, part of the most powerful army on earth, stood on the shores of New York, ready to crush a rebellion before it could become a country. What happened next would decide everything. It is the summer of 1776. The Declaration has been signed. The words are bold, powerful, but words don't win wars. General George Washington knows this. He commands an army of around 15,000 men, farmers, shopkeepers, young boys with little training. Facing them, a professional empire. On August 22nd, British forces begin landing on Long Island, part of a massive force, over 20,000 strong. Their commander has a clear plan: surround Americans, end the rebellion quickly. Washington's men take position along the heights of Guam. The hills give them confidence. They believe they are protected. But one mistake changes everything. They leave the Jamaica Pass unguarded. During the night of August 26th, British troops move silently through that pass. No torches, no sound, only footsteps in the dark. At dawn, the attack begins. From the front and suddenly from behind. Confusion explodes across the battlefield. Gunfire, smoke, men running in every direction. The American line collapses. Among the chaos, a group of Maryland soldiers charge forward, again and again, not to win, but to buy time. Time for the rest to escape. Washington watches from a distance. He sees the sacrifice and quietly says, "Good God, what brave fellows I must this day lose." By the end, hundreds are dead, hundreds more captured. The army is trapped. Behind them, the East River. Ahead, the British. There's no way out. Then night falls. The Great Escape. August 29th. A thick fog covers the river. Washington makes a decision. Not surrender. Not defeat. Escape. Silently, the evacuation begins. Boats move through the darkness. Row after row. No lights. No voices. Only the quiet splash of oars. And the fear of discovery. All night, cold, exhausted soldiers cross the water. Morning arrives. The British advance, expecting victory. But when they reach the lines, they find nothing. Empty trenches. Silence. The army is gone. It was not a victory, but it was survival. And sometimes survival is everything. By December 1776, the revolution is close to collapse. Washington's army has shrunk to only a few thousand men. Many are hungry, cold, barely holding on. Some soldiers leave bloody footprints in the snow. Even leaders in Congress begin to lose hope. But Washington does not. He chooses to act. Across the Delaware River, in Trenton, Hessian soldiers are stationed, experienced, disciplined, and unprepared for what is coming. The night of December 25th, a brutal winter storm. Ice fills the river. The wind cuts through every layer. Washington gives the order. They will cross. Large wooden boats push into the frozen water. Men struggle against ice and current. Some can barely feel their hands. Hours pass. Slow, painful movement forward. Other American units turn back. The conditions are too harsh. Only Washington continues. Victory or death. The words pass quietly among the men. By morning, they reach the other side. The Battle of Trenton, December 26th. Early morning, the attack begins. American forces enter the town from two sides. Fast, sudden. The Hessians are caught completely off guard. Confusion spreads. Orders are shouted, but it is too late. Within less than an hour, the battle is over. Hundreds are captured. Their commander is mortally wounded. The Americans suffer almost no losses. For the first time in months, they win. A real victory. And with it, hope returns. Washington does not stop. Days later, British forces move toward him. A strong army, ready to end the fight. They trap him near Trenton. It seems the end has come. But once again, during the night, Washington moves. Quietly, carefully, he slips away, marching through frozen roads. Toward Princeton. Morning, January 3rd. The battle begins. At first, the Americans are pushed back. Lines break. Men begin to run. Then, Washington rides forward. into the open field, into the gunfire. He moves dangerously close to the enemy line. Shots are fired. Smoke fills the air. For a moment, everything disappears. Then the smoke clears. He is still there, alive. He calls his men forward, and they respond. They turn back. They charge. This time, the British line breaks. Step by step, they retreat. Then they run. Another victory. These battles did not end the war. It would continue for years. But something had changed. Brooklyn showed survival. Trenton restored hope. Princeton proved strength. The army believed again. The people believed again. Even across the ocean, others began to take notice. Both sides believed they were fighting for what was right, but one side refused to give up, and that made the difference. History remembers documents and signatures, but nations are not built on paper alone. They are built in moments like these, in the fog of a silent escape, in the ice of a frozen river, in the courage to stand when everything is falling apart. This was not just war. It was survival, belief, and the decision to keep going, no matter the cost.